Helen Baxendale has been branded nice but not funny by the legendary U.S. television director who shot her in Friend. James Burrows, who has directed more than 1,000 episodes of sitcoms, including Cheers and Will and Grace, revealed that it was a struggle to work with Helen because the other actors couldn't feed off any comedic energy. As a result, the attempted comedy was like clapping with one hand, said the director, who noted that David Schwimmer, who played Ross Gellar, had no one to bounce off. Helen joined the show in Series 4, playing Ross' English girlfriend and then fiancée Emily Waltham in 14 episodes of the sitcom. Their relationship was short-lived, with the romance imploding after Ross set his ex Rachel Green's name instead of hers at the altar. James reflected on working with Helen when he directed the episode, the one with all the rugby, where Ross plays the sport with her British friends for the first time. She was nice but not particularly funny, he recalled in his new memoir, directed by James Burrows. Schwimmer had no one to bounce off. It was like clapping with one hand. In sitcoms and any type of romantic comedy, the funny is just as important as the chemistry. We discovered that any new girlfriend for Ross needed to be as funny as Rachel. Often, you can't recast because of tight shooting deadlines or other logistical considerations. You don't cast anyone to be a straw man unless it's for one episode. You need someone who gets laughs. Sometimes you start an arc and it ain't working out, so you have to get rid of that person. If it's a day player, it's a quick goodbye. The reverse is also true. If there's chemistry, the writers go to work to figure out some way of keeping the actor. Speaking about her experience on Friends previously, Cold Feet star Helen said of the cast, "They were all very nice and professional. We were never great mates though. People expect because it is called Friends that everyone was great friends, but they were real professionals. They'd been doing it for years and I was one of many guest stars to appear. I am very proud and delighted to have been in such an amazingly successful and international show. It's always a talking point and it was a very clever setup. Even now young people especially seem to love it. But it doesn't feel like part of my life at all now. I look upon it as a strange, surreal little blip in my life, almost like a dream." Helen was written out of the sitcom earlier than the producers had intended because she and her partner, film director, producer and writer David L. Williams, were expecting their first child. She told the Daily Mail in 2012 that she has no regrets about leaving the show, noting, "I had a little glimpse of what fame holds, and I decided it held a load of nothing. It contained nothing that mattered. Some people can deal with that well, it sits on their shoulders fine. But it wasn't for me. Friends was great fun, but I was just there so they could make some funny jokes about England. And I was also expecting, and you have to be thin out in America.